To pick on the sort of longer term view, I guess, of first of all, overall, there have been all sorts of simulations in terms of the expected shape of the curve of recovery. Would it be a V or a U or even at a bathtub at one point? I think we're looking a little bit of a W right now with a little dip back. I think overall, though, we're looking at probably a reasonably solid level of forward data. The demand level we're seeing, particularly in the UK, where Auto Trader is present as a marketplace with roughly 60% of the automotive audience in the UK and actually comes to our platform. We're a good bellwether for demand. And our demand levels are around 30% up in terms of the audience size we're seeing today compared to prior year. So those hint to sort of positive, again, reasons to be optimistic that consumers are looking for cars. And actually, there is definitely a sort of a surge of interest in EVs. We've researched the EV sort of propensity, if you like, of the audience of car buyers regularly across the last couple of years, and is growing. Consideration levels are very high, and actually purchase rates recently have been growing fast, even though the overall sales data, as you said, has been declining this year. They are still small numbers. In the UK, we're talking about 6% this year instead of 3% last year. That's a big growth, but we're still talking about a minor part of the audience that can actually, the car buying public, that can actually afford those cars. And really, to see the recovery of the car market to be led by electric vehicles, you need two particular factors to come to play. One is particularly incentives from probably the government to bridge the price gap that you see, which is usually around 20% or so from a new electric vehicle to a new internal combustion engine. And the second is additional supply. Put simply, electric vehicles are complicated to make. They've required billions of dollars of investment from the manufacturers and so on, and they're scaling up, but they still don't have all of the supply available to potentially really drive the kind of revolution, if you like, in terms of car ownership and driving and so on we'd all like to see. That will happen. They are investing. As I said, Volkswagen Group is a case in point. They've pledged around $90 billion of investment to scale up that platform. They're partnering with other players such as Ford and so on to really give scale to their platform, bring the costs down, and then get the vehicles out there that, as you say, consumers are looking for. To your last point, though, choice is actually very good now in the electric vehicle segment. It used to be that you had maybe one electric vehicle per brand, and it felt a little bit like a greenwashing exercise, a bit of a test. Many brands now have 3 or 4. There are small ones, larger ones, SUV-shaped ones, sporty cars and so on. So there is growing sort of opportunity there for people to go and choose an EV that suits them.